A couple of months ago, I did a short but sweet video on essential gear to always have in your bag that is inexpensive but will save you in a pinch. But that list wasn't totally exhaustive. So today I have 8 more cheap gear items to have with you on every shoot to make sure that it goes smoothly and you have a good time shooting. So let's get into it. All right, so first up, we have these pouches. Nice thing about these bags is they have a strong canvas outside, but then they have this clear window on the front so you can actually see what's inside. And though these don't look organized, I know what's in each pouch. There are a lot of types of these on Amazon and B&H, but the strong, nice canvas back with the clear front is definitely probably the most useful type of bag that I have found so far. Next up is this, and it's not specifically a camera gear item, but it is very useful at all times, and that's just a nice little pocket knife. What I use this mostly is for opening boxes from B&H. Full of camera gear. I always have it on my belt. I always have it with me on every shoot because you never know when you just need a knife to get you out of a pinch. So a little pocket knife. All right, so next on the list are these bad boys right here, and similar to these small see-through pouches for your camera bag and camera kit. These bigger see-through cases where you can hold a lot of larger items. I put off buying something like this for a long time, and I would just stuff different cords and extension cords into my bag because I just couldn't fathom spending $30 on a case, but that was pretty dumb. But these cases made by Sidio, it's called Sidio Crate, are great for all your grip gear. And inside here, I just keep all the big items. You got your extension cords, you got your power strips, bunch of clamps, kind of whatever you need. So one other really nice thing about this case is that when you stack them, the bottom of this case is made to slide directly into the grooves of the other case. And so when you stack them on top of each other, they're locked in. And so they're not going to be sliding around on top of each other in the back of your car or in your truck. These are Sidio Crates. Awesome to have. Highly recommend Sidio Crate. All right, so in the last video when we did sort of the inexpensive gear that is essential, we talked a lot about gear that went on camera rigs. But today I want to talk about audio gear. Because for a lot of one-man band crews, or if you're working on small crews as a DP, you often have to run audio yourself. So it's always nice to have inexpensive but very useful audio gear in your kit so that when you are called to do those jobs, you're ready and you make it happen. The first is this, very simple. It's a 3.5mm splitter. As you probably know, if you're using a mirrorless camera, almost all of them come with a single 3.5 jack on the side. If, for example, you want a shotgun mic on your camera as well as a wireless lav, having something like this where you have one goes to your shotgun mic, one goes to your lav, that way you have both the microphone on the camera, which is very important because you never know when the action directly in front of the camera is the audio that you want to use. So always have a shotgun microphone on your camera, especially as a documentary filmmaker. And the second one can go to a wireless lav for your main talent or your main character. In that same token, if you have a microphone that has a 3.5mm cord, but you're using a camera with XLRs, you might want something like this, which is Deity D-XLR, just a simple adapter where you take a 3.5 and transition it to an XLR. Maybe you didn't bring your XLR microphone because you're like, well, I'm just using a mirrorless camera, but then you need to plug it into an XLR receiver. Nice to have one of these on hand. All right, as a documentary filmmaker, I've had to do a lot of sound work on my own. Even for an HBO series called Phoenix Rising, I was the only crew member on set outside of a PA. And so I was responsible for all camera operations as well as all sound operation. And so I had my shotgun mic on my camera, but I had to lav 3 or 4 different people and run it all into camera. So it was a bit of a challenge, but it's nice to know that you're able to do that. And some of these tools over here will help you get that job done. First things first, is I just learned about this company a couple of years ago. They're just awesome. So it's Bumblebee Industries, and they make a collection of sound items. One of the hardest things to do is to conceal lavaliers while not getting any ruffling or terrible sound. Bumblebee makes these really nice Lav Concealers, and what you do is you buy one specifically for your lavalier. This over here is a Sennheiser lav, and so I bought the one specifically for the Sennheiser. So you just take your microphone and you just slide it into a little slot right there, and it just peeks out the top. And what's really nice about these is it has this nice little rim on the top here. And what that does is it keeps clothing or anything else that's on your talent from pushing up against your microphone itself. It's definitely going to be a lot better in terms of actually eliminating a lot of that rustling noise. These do that incredibly well. And though they're expensive for what they are, they're probably $30 for this concealer, which, you know, you can buy a pack of 5, 10, 15 concealers for the same price. You only need one. You only need one because it works, and that's what's most important. So for $30, This is a pretty incredible product. I would highly recommend getting a Bumblebee Industries Lav Concealer for your microphone. Sticking with the Bumblebee theme, we have their Lav Concealer tape. The second pain point for laving people is actually getting to stick to the talent's shirt or body, wherever it might be, and to, again, not make any rustling noise and stay put and not fall off. These Lav Concealer tapes are amazing. They come in a nice collection, a nice box. Not the cheapest, still inexpensive in the grand scheme of things, but because they work so well, they're worth the extra cost in my opinion. And they're made with love. Made with love. So you just peel the tape back here. You just go ahead and stick it directly onto your lav, like so, on one side, and then the other side has this little tab that you just pull and peel back. And look, the tape stays, which is incredible. And for anyone who's actually done this before and have used tape where the tape doesn't stay and it comes with the thing you're peeling it off, and you have to peel it off and get it off your fingers and throw it away, that alone is worth the extra cost of this Lav Concealer tape. Get this. So last thing, sticking with the audio theme, is this bad boy right here. It's basically just a Velcroed belt that has pouches on the inside of them, and that is where you can slide in your wireless pack to transmit audio back to your cameras or to your sound guy. This will go under someone's shirt. You just strap it around like this, and it just Velcros on. And what's nice about it is it's fairly comfortable, right? So talent often say that they forget that it's on there. It's just goes under their shirt. You then run the microphone down their back and you don't have this problem. If you're putting something in people's pockets, you're sticking it to their belt, you're gonna have cord flapping around, right? And nobody wants cord flapping around. So these are very cheap, nice to have on hand. Just wash them after every shoot. Some people get pretty sweaty. So there are a few more items that are pretty inexpensive, but almost essential to have in your kit. So hopefully these will be useful for you in your kit and for your shoots moving forward, and we'll see you in the next one.